everybody, to another episode of Profit Picks. If you are new, we do always start this show by being transparent. And yesterday, I had four total picks, and I went 2-2. I lost my hockey play, so that makes me now 4-3 so far in the NHL season. And NBA, I went 2-1. Thunder +7 was a loser. The over in that game was a winner, and Jokic under 26.5 points was a winner. So, profitable day in the NBA, not so much on the ice. We'll see if we can do a little bit better here today. For the chat, a little bit of a rough day, 7-8 overall, but there were some people who shared some gems. Saturated shared Embiid 30 points, 10 rebounds. He had 40 and 10, and I believe he needed that 30 and 10 to break a record. So nice call there from Saturated. Munaf came in and dropped two winners. Sabonis over his rebounds plus assists cashed, and the Thunder Clipper game over cash. Ray had Suns money line, which was a winner. Justin M came with another college winner in Arkansas +3. Brian H, nice call on the Sixers -1.5. Sean Evans with Harden under 5.5 rebounds, cash. So it was some nice winners in there. We do have 9 games on the slate for today. There's one game, the Warrior game versus Utah, which was postponed, and that was because of the Warriors assistant coach had some kind of, something's going on. They said he's hospitalized, serious medical condition. So hopefully everything is all right with him. And that is absolutely more important than basketball. So hopefully he gets better and he's all right. Let's take a look at the chat. Nathan said he's first, per usual. And he also said Boofer's jump shot is whack. He's taking shots early. Yeah, Prolific didn't work out on the ice. San Antonio Springs was good, says don't be late. Zach says ski ain't late, we just early. Hello, Miss Tasha. Boofer says, is being late part of the if it ain't broke, don't fix it process? It's not, but at least I'm showing some consistency right now. Can I at least get that? I'm consistent. Q Media says Embiid showed up and showed out. Prolific. What up, Robert Kemp? Siete Catorce. What up, S. Warrior? Let's see. Yeah, I beat a couple people in here. Dan in. What up, Sean Evans? Nice work on your Harden prop. Was ski on time today? I see that I'm late. What up, Brian? Yeah, I beat a lot of people in today. I caught y'all slipping. Y'all thought I was going to be here at 10 minutes after the hour. Got to keep y'all on your toes, man. All right. Sam Cuddy in here says, what's up, Ski? Always happy to make the live show. I'm glad you can make it in as well. And Marcos says, what up, Ski? I'm a new member to the show. Quick question. How many times have you heard the stupid ski song and laugh? I love that song. It ain't old to me yet. So I love it. I wish I could have it on the intro. I just don't want to have copyright, etc. But I love it. And San Antonio says you're doing better with your time. Baby steps, man. Gotta crawl before you walk. What up, JT? So let's get to it. We got 9 games today, and try to get through it in a decent time frame. Decent time. So first game up, rotation order per usual, 501, 502. Minnesota and Detroit opened up Wolves -11.5. Hasn't really moved. Total opened up 221.5, and it looks like 222. For the injury report here, let's hit refresh one time. Anthony Edwards is game time decision, and Clark is out. For the Pistons, Gallinari and Muscala, both game time. Cade and Monty Morris remain out. So this is the front of a back-to-back for Minnesota, but they did have 2 days rest before this game, and the Pistons are on 1 day's rest. Minnesota has been playing good basketball as of late. They've covered 5 of their last 6 games. And Pistons also playing good basketball. They've covered a couple in a row. They're actually off of a straight up win. So my first thought in this game was I don't think Minnesota cares too much about this game. They have another game tomorrow. And I like to play off on a bad team off of a win, just thinking they can have, they're starting to get in a little bit of a groove and they can keep it going. But rest disadvantage for the Pistons. And I know Minnesota is not looking ahead to Memphis, even though this is a non-conference game. Like they know they can go out there and beat Memphis the way that they look right now. So I just can't go against Minnesota. I think they've been playing too good. But I was trying my best to get there with Detroit. As far as the total is concerned, Minnesota not really playing with any pace, and Detroit not playing as fast as I would like either. But Detroit not playing any defense. I wanted to try to get there with an over, just knowing that Minnesota's defense is a lot better at home than on the road, and Pistons playing no D. So lean over, lean Wolves, but probably not going to get there with this game. Let's see what the chat likes here. What up, Peter? Boofer says, "Don't show up on time with the 2-2 day. Show up late with the 4-0 day." What up, JB Brown? He says, "What up? Smash the like button, everyone. Appreciate that. It would definitely help out the show." Brian asking, "What do I think about Detroit first quarter?" I do feel like they've been competitive early and then they fall out late, so that could be a look there. Detroit to come out and keep it close for 12 minutes. I think that's a good way to look at it if you like Detroit. Saturated going with Jalen Duren over 24.5 points plus rebounds. Zachariah also likes Duren to get a double double. And what is that? Bogdanovich points and 3-pointers made. Dan N says Pistons first half. So a lot of people like can get in and get out with the Pistons. Dean Hunter says stop the show. 120 people and only 7 likes. Yeah, man. It's been a little light on the likes lately, but it's all right. I wasn't gonna say nothing. It's all right. And Jay says not a game to bet on a card like this. So I think we'll keep it going here. Robert Camp likes the Wolves first half, though. I think we'll keep it going here. I don't really like that one. We'll move on over to 503, 504. Milwaukee and Cleveland opened up. Bucks minus 3.5. -4 is what we see right now. Total open 238, and it is down to 236.5. Injury report. I don't see anybody on there for the Bucks. For the Cavs, looks like they will be without Mobley, Jerome, and Garland again, per usual. And Levert is a game time decision tonight. So the Bucks are here on 2 days rest compared to the Cavs on one. Bucks, they've won 13 of their last 18 games, but they've only covered one of their last 8. So that's telling you that they're winning some of these games, but not winning by margin. And in this game, I mean, it's kind of close. 4. I mean, that's kind of just asking them to win the game. Cavs only 1-4 as a home dog so far this season, but they have been playing good lately. They have been covering 4 of their last 5 games. If I look at last 5 game stats, as a matter of fact, Cleveland is the number 1 defensive rated team, number 2 rebounding team. So if they can keep those things going at the house, I'd like to think they can keep this thing close, if not win the game. I'm not into laying with Minnesota. I'm just not. I mean, with Milwaukee, I'm just not. So I do want to lean towards the Cavs here. Don't have a strong feel as far as the total, but I will be grabbing +4. I wouldn't be laying anything with the Bucks until they show me they can win by margin consistently. Like before this Lillard trade, this was a team that would win by margin consistently when they would win. Now, just can't trust it. They're barely squeaking these wins out. So Cavs or pass for me in this one. Jay Gill says I was the 30th like. Tasha says she always hits it. Boober says he got to hit the refresh. Says it's a lot more than that. JB Brown disagrees with me. He says Bucks -4 in my pocket. JT says give me the Cavs in a revenge game. Not a fan of the Bucks on the road. Cavs been at the house for a while. Brian H says seems like the Cavs need to win this one at home. I think the next 2 are in Milwaukee. After losing that lead last game, they come out early and often. It's not a game I want to get too heavy involved with, but I'm liking the Cavs side. Robert says Bucks play no D. They are the 22nd defensive rated team in the last 5 games. Sean Evans liking Mitchell under 46.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Justin says, Ski, I caught a little bit live Who Banging show last night. They spoke very high of you. You know those my guys over there, all of them. Wham Bam, Big Boss, Ig Snizzle, Jimmy Gomez, everybody who, all of them. You know, they're my boys. I'm not sure exactly who you're talking about, but you know those are my guys. And I appreciate them speaking about me like that. Boofer says, first half money line for the Cavaliers. Steven also liking first half full game for the Cavs, but on the money line. Says they don't need any points. Chef says Cavs should be -2.5. Go ahead and hit the alternate line on them. So a lot of love for the Cavaliers here tonight. And Justin says, literally everyone you name. Yeah, they're my guys, man. I'm already knowing. Much love to them guys. They do great work too. So yeah, make sure y'all go check out Who Banging. They have a YouTube channel just like this one here, and they even do a lot of live shows. So that's something I wanted to do. I just haven't gotten around to doing it, but I do hop on with them from time to time. So make sure y'all check them out as well. And let's move over to the next game. 505, 506, Miami and Toronto opened up Heat -2. Haven't seen much movement. Total opened up 228 and is down to 225.5, 226. Injury report here. For Toronto, I do see Gary Trent and I'm sorry, my bad. Otto Porter, Jakob Pertl, and Koloko are all out. Gary Trent and Grady Dick are a game time decision. So it looks like you still kind of missing bigs for this Toronto team. I was trying to go back. I wanted to go back to the well with the over for Toronto. My problem was Miami. Like, am I expecting Toronto to win this game? Because if they're not, if I'm not expecting them to win, I don't think they can control the pace for the game. I mean, they're playing up tempo and not playing any defense, but the Heat are doing the exact opposite. They're playing slow and they're playing a hell of a lot of defense. Top 5 defensive rated team last 5 games. So under 8 of the last 10 for the Heat. That held me off of jumping straight towards that over. I guess if I have to, get involved right now, I do think, well, Toronto's on the front end of a back to back. It's a game I really don't feel comfortable betting. A gun in my head, I would lean towards Miami. Toronto being on the front end of a back to back, I don't like. I like that at least we can trust Miami to play defense. We can trust them to get stops. And Toronto hasn't been very well on the boards either. They have, like I said, missing a couple bigs. I think they're going to be in trouble in that department too. So if the Heat can do those two things, I think they can win the game. I would only look towards Miami in that matchup now that I talk it out. So let's see what you guys like in the chat. What up, Trevor? First class agency likes the Raptors money line. JT leans towards the Heat. San Antonio Springs also liking that Heat side. Says Kyle's going to have a big game back in Toronto. JT's mentioning that Pascal may sit because trade rumors. You never know when that trade is going to be executed. Never know. Jay Gill liking Miami spread. Brian thinks that the Raptors are getting ready to go on a run. Just not sure if it starts tonight. VC3 likes them on the money line tonight. Mr. Nice Guy thinks it's more of an under. I'm thinking, well, the market agrees with you on that under. I would be looking a little bit more towards the Heat as it stands right now. Q Media also liking the under here. And okay, watch this going with Lowry under 12.5 points, rebounds, and assists. So a lot of people feeling different ways. And Jeffrey's ready for the best bet. He says keep going with Spurs as the best bet. Ugliest dog on the board. And trying to see which way I'm looking. Yeah, yesterday it wasn't ugly enough. It wasn't ugly enough. I told you it wasn't ugly enough. So we got to get back to those dirty dogs. The dirty ones have been keeping us fed. We'll see. We'll see who I pick today. Next game up, 507, 508. Orlando and Atlanta opened up Hawks -2.5. This one is all the way up as high as 4.5. Total open 236.5, down as low as 229. So this has to be injury news for this big of a move. Let me hit refresh. I mean, not too many injuries here. Franz Wagner out, Gary Harris out for the Magic, Hunter and Wesley Matthews remain out for the Hawks. I mean, this is a huge move towards the under. Hawks have been playing better defense lately. Maybe that's the reason for it. The 11th best defensive rated team in the last 5 games. They've actually gone under 4 of their last 5 games. So another reason. Orlando has gone under 5 straight, and they're playing at the slowest pace the last 5 games. Hawks not even playing slow. They're just playing better defense, and their offense hasn't been there. Both teams, bottom 5 offensive rated teams. So just based on how each team has been playing lately, I can understand why the total is plummeting. I would not be wanting to bet over the way these teams look right now. As far as the point spread is concerned, I think I disagree with the going towards Atlanta and climbing up. Um, Orlando, when they play these lower competition teams, teams with lower than a 45% win percentage, they usually show up. They're 9-1 against the spread. So that's what they're looking at on the other side today. Atlanta hasn't been great as a home favorite, hasn't been great in general. I think, the better defensive team, the better rebounding team, which is Orlando, can win the game. So Orlando plus 4.5 is the best you can get right now. That's what I would be betting here. That's what I would be getting involved with. Let's see what the chat thinks of that. VC3 reminding everybody to hit the like button. Appreciate that. What up, Markel? Santonio Springs likes the Magic. So does JT. Dan says, feels like an overreaction to the MLK Day game. Could be. Rynell thinks it's under. Levi likes the under specifically in the first quarter. Damn, I said Levi. Now I'm having a moment. I think I said it wrong. I'll say it right the next time. Levy, Levy, Levy. We've been through this. I apologize, man. It's not my best day right now. Not my best day. So I'm sorry. Um, I hate to do that. I hate to do that. Boofer. Stop messing with me, Boofer. Levy. Stop messing with me, Boofer. That's my guy though, for real. All right, let me see. A couple more comments here. Jay Gill says Hawks first half's been cashing. Capper says Magic been struggling offensively without Franz. That's a good point. We played the under in the last game and it stayed way under. I can see it happening again tonight. Devin likes Jalen Suggs over 11.5 points. Capella over 20.5 PRA. Says saturated. Tasha thinking Hawks first half. That has been good for them. Golden Eagle likes the Hawks as well. Damani agrees with me. Says this game also has division implications. All right, let's move on over. He says all good. All right, next game up we have 509, 510. Rockets and Knicks opened up Knicks -5. They're up to -6. Total open 220 and looks like 221.5. or 221 is a consensus right now. For the injury report, Brunson is game time decision. Josh Hart, game time as well. And Mitchell Robinson out. For the Rockets, Reggie Bullock, game time decision. Eason and Oladipo both out. I'm going to tell you straight up right now, I want absolutely nothing to do with the Knicks if Jalen Brunson is not out there, because that means Julius Randle is going to be left to make the decisions. And not for my money. Absolutely not for my money. And the Knicks on the front end of a back-to-back, they do play the Wizards tomorrow. I need to know the status of Brunson. I'm not really wanting to get on the Rockets. Like I could bet the Knicks here, but I absolutely don't want the Rockets. But I'm fine with not betting or betting the under if Brunson is missing. That's kind of how I feel. Rockets a really bad road team. Rockets have failed to cover 5 straight. I can only look towards Knicks and under, and I guess that means I like Rockets team total under. Knicks since the trade, Knicks have been holding opponents down defensively. I'll give them that. So Knicks Rockets team total under, probably the way to go. Let me see what the number is for this before I get over to the comments. Rockets team total, you get 107.5. And I want to say Knicks have only given that up one time since the trade. So I'm going to write that down on my short list. Team total under 107.5. All right. Let's take a look at the chat. First Class Agency agrees with me, says if Brunson doesn't play, can't trust the Knicks. Jay Grill says, yeah, Brunson, need Brunson in for sure. Tasha says she's with me. There goes UCapper in the chat liking that team total under. JB Brown thinks you get in and get out with the Knicks. Says Brunson is coming back. Line movement seems like he's playing. That's a good point for it to move up. Yeah, guys liking that 107.5. I don't think I didn't peep it out now, Boofer. I got it on my schedule. I saw who's coming up. Might have to go to one of those games soon, the Wizards game soon. UCapper says since the trade they only gave up over 106 once. So back to what I was saying there. I like it. That's something I'd have to get involved with there. I like it. Damani says don't think the Knicks lose twice in a row at home. Yeah, Julius Randle, you don't want him making decisions for your money. You just absolutely do not. It's not going to be pretty. Devin says Jalen Green over 2.5 assists. Seems pretty short, but probably a good bet there. Yeah, Joe says think Houston's going to start winning again with Brooks, but hard to trust on the road still. Yeah, I would trust them more when they return home for sure. UCapper says Rockets last of an Eastern Conference road trip, plus just played 2 top teams. Fatigue going to set in. Knicks slow pace with back-to-back 2. Good stuff. Itachi also sharing something. Road dogs at the end of a 6-game road trip are 23-12 to the under, 65.7%. Tachi and UCAP are on the same side. Gonna have to get to the window with that one. Like we talked that out pretty good. All right. A couple more comments. C Boogie's not a fan of Randall. LG, how about that? Likes the first quarter under as well in this game. Let's keep moving on over. We're looking at 5-11, 5-12. Spurs heading into Boston to take on the Celtics. Opened up Celtics minus 16.5, down to 16 as a consensus. Total opened up 237, looking like 238, even a 239 popping up. Injury report for the Spurs. Zach Collins remains out. For the Celtics, you have Porzingis, Drew Holiday, and Derek White All game time decision here. This is the game they said that I'm going to be on, huh? You know, looking at it, I'm not mad. Like I could very well get there with Spurs. Spurs, I mean, very surprisingly, last 5 game stats, they've been a top 10 and the better defensive rated team than Boston. They've even been the better rebounding team. Spurs have covered 6 of their last 7 games. Why can't they cover, a little bit more than 2 touchdowns here tonight with 3 out of the starting 5 for Boston on the injury report? Does Boston really care to win by margin? They still could win by margin. But if you tell me Spurs been playing better defense and rebounding better, they've been covering, I can only look towards the Spurs. Maybe this will be one of those public dogs, and that's something I absolutely do not like. But Spurs, I mean, I'm trying to think for reasons for me not to take it right here. I'm thinking Spurs are the way to go, and I did just glance. Looks like Spurs might be a public dog today, and that is where it gets scary. Public dogs do not get to the window a whole lot. Don't always care about sharp public this, and that, but a public dog is something I do not want to be involved in 9 times out of 10. I only think Spurs. As far as the total is concerned, both teams playing with pace. Has gone under 4 of the last 5 meetings in both. Well, actually, no. Spurs have been playing more under games, 6 of the last 8. Boston have been playing more over games, 10 of the last 15. So conflicted on total. Lean Spurs may not get there. Dan says Spurs trifecta. Just say yes. San Antonio Springs likes the Spurs. What up, wine time? Saturated likes Wemby over 9.5 rebounds. Jay Gill going Spurs first half. M. SZA also likes the Spurs. Man, this is like I said, this is looking like that dog that everybody just absolutely loves and adores, and that scares me. It makes me nervous. Sam Cuddy says, I believe they will all play. Boston wants to keep their home win streak going. And that is a good point. Boston has made it clear that since the beginning of the season, they cared about playing at home this year because past seasons they've been pretty mediocre at home and they wanted to do better for their fans. And they've been pretty true to that so far this season. JT says you're paying a premium for back in Boston the rest of the season. Too many points here. He likes the first half plus 10. Dwight going with Devin Vassell over 17.5 points. UCAP reminding us that the Celtics are 11-2 to their team total over as a double-digit favorite. So that's another direction you can go here. And team total for the Celtics today looks like 127, the best number you can get. LG says Boston first quarter, and he leans first quarter over. He doesn't like to wait for these full games. He likes to get in and get out. He has 12 minutes, and he says he's trying to take it to the window. So first quarter, Boston, first quarter over. Wine guy likes the Spurs first half. It's a lot of Spurs love. It is. Tasha says she can't bet against Boston. David K says Spurs ATS is shaky. It hasn't been lately, but it could be in this game. Kevin Johnson coming in late, sharing some stats and trends. Appreciate you sharing these. I'll put them up on the screen, and you guys know if you're watching on the replay, you can always find them in the chat. Appreciate that. But all right, let's keep it moving. Next game. A lot of people like those Spurs, man. Next game, 5-13, 5-14. Charlotte Hornets, New Orleans Pelicans opened up Pels minus 13 down to about minus 12. Total opened up 231, and it looks like 229.5. For the injury report, I see Matt Ryan out for the Pelicans. For the Hornets, McGowan's and Brandon Miller and Frank Ntilikina, all game time decision. Gordon Hayward, Mark Williams look like they'll remain out for this game. So this Pelicans team has been playing good basketball. They've covered 6 of their last 9 games. Pelicans, though, not very great versus lower competition. 4-7 versus less than 45% win teams. Hornets have looked pretty pathetic. They've failed to cover all 5 of their last games. They did get LaMelo back a couple games ago, and they still been getting whooped on. If you just look at the effort they've been giving on the court, it's been pretty poor defensively. And the coach for the Hornets was talking about it. Said that they worked on offense the last time out on Tuesday, which was yesterday. He said that they're gonna focus mostly on defense. You have Terry Rozier talking about after the last game that they're gonna have a players only meeting. That's how bad it was last game, and just saying the guys got to give effort and they got to be on the same page. And so this is the next game after all of those things have been said. You have the Hornets with 2 days rest compared to the Pelicans with one, and the Pelicans. I just don't think the Pelicans care that much about this game. Pelicans at a rest disadvantage. Look at the Pelicans schedule. I mean, they got a gauntlet they're about to go through. This is a non-conference game sandwiched in, or with some real important games coming up versus very good teams. They just want to get in and win and get out in this game. They might not even give a great effort. From what the Hornets have said, they should show effort defensively, and after the players only meeting, should see effort from all the players. So I think the Hornets are the right side here. I think the Pelicans aren't taking this game serious. And I think the Hornets can stay within 12. Last time they played, I think the Hornets only lost by 5. We could see a game somewhere like that. So I think the Hornets plus 12 is the right side in this game. Let's see what you guys think in the chat. Peter likes the Pelicans. Prolific says, lean Pelicans. Hornets still struggle to score even with LaMelo. Sean Evans going Jonas over 22.5 points plus rebounds. Okay, watch this. Likes Hornets under their team total, 108.5. UCapper says they failed to score 100 5 of their last 7 games. They're struggling. Joe the Gambler likes the Pelicans first half. San Antonio Springs says, I'm from Charlotte. Don't play my bum ass team. Kevin Johnson, what did you share here? Non-conference dogs getting between 10 to 13 points are 48, 18, and 2 against the spread last season. I mean, that kind of makes sense to me because the other team shouldn't care too much about that game. He says the dog has the rest advantage. He believes it's 12-0 ATS. Interesting. It'll take me a little while to put that up on the screen, but that is very interesting, and I appreciate you sharing. Actually, I kind of want to try it, but I don't want to hold up the show. But I do want to try. I appreciate you sharing that. I'll look it up after the show for sure. Markel says Pels first half is a wagon at home. Yeah, if you like the Pelicans, you might want to get in and get out. Might want to get in and get out. David says Hornets revenge. Good call. Jay Gill liking those Hornets. Was that me? 12-0. What did I say? Did I mess up? JT leans under and saturated likes Nick Richards over 15.5 points, rebounds, and assists. All right. I think we can keep it moving. We have 2 more games here. It's bothering me a little bit. I think I want to try to look that trend that he put up. So let me try. If it gets to be too much or too like I'm messing up, then I'll give up. But bear with me for 1 second while I play with it here. And let me screen share so you guys can see me. I'm not just here looking crazy. Let's see. So first thing I remember is not conference. I can't see the screen while I'm doing this. Line. greater than or equal to 10. And line less than or equal to 13. What else did he have here? Non-conference dogs in between. Boom. So season. Get back over there. And season greater than or equal to 2022. And there is one more. So let's put that in first. Yeah. 47, 20, and 2 since beginning of last season. Active on the Pistons and active on the Hornets. And he said if they have the rest advantage, it's undefeated. Rest greater than equal to, no, rest greater than opponent's rest. 11-0. So great call. Backs up the direction that I'm liking here in the Hornets. So good stuff. Very worth looking it up. And I appreciate you sharing that there, Kevin Johnson. And add that to another reason why I like the Hornets here tonight. Good, great call out. Great call out. 1 second to play with it is wild. Man, I gotta watch what I say. I gotta watch what I say on here. All right, let's keep going. Um, yeah, you might got me to put another unit on there on top of what I was already putting on there, man. So good stuff by you. Next game up, we have 5-15, 5-16, Mavericks and Lakers. Opened up Lakers -3.5. They're now 4-point favorite. Total opened up 241. It looks like 243.5. Injury report. Luka, game time decision. Derek Jones, likely to play. Grant Williams, likely to play as well. They'll be without Dante Exum and Josh Green. For the Lakers, AD, likely. LeBron, a true game time. They'll be without Cam Reddish and Gabe Vincent. So Lakers have only covered 2 of their last 8 games. I'm gonna stick by what I said. Last 5 games that I say the Lakers have been a better defense and better rebounding team. But I'm not laying with the Lakers. I mean, I'm sticking to it. Until they show me some kind of consistency, winning by margin, why am I going out there and laying points with them? I just don't feel like that's a smart thing to do. I will cheer them on as a fan, but Mavericks have been putting money in their backers' pockets. They've covered 5 of the last 7. Um, Regardless whether Luka's been in or out, they've been playing good basketball. So lean towards the Mavericks. I'm gonna stay off this game. I will let you guys have it, but Lakers not getting my money. Absolutely not. Let's see what you guys are liking. VC3 said, "You my boys, keep but you gotta chill." Tasha says, "Uh-oh, Ski, your boys. I'm not touching them. I want nothing to do with them." Smokey Bet says, "Waiting for Luka to be ruled in, then take the Lakers." Nathan says, "Kyrie is LeBron's son." Saturated likes Austin Reeves over 14.5 PRA. Avery Smith likes those Lakers. He says, "Revenge. Love the new lineup. Can't write a paragraph right now. A little busy, but he likes those Lakers to get some revenge here. And they are rolling with the lineup that they had success with last year. So we'll see if they continue to have facts with it today." I mean, that was the same lineup from last year, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll see if they can keep it going. I'm gonna move over to the last game on the slate. And that is gonna be, I have to edit this before I get killed in the chat. So let's edit that before I put it up. And there we go. 519, 520. Brooklyn Nets heading into Portland to take on the Blazers. Opened up Nets -5.5. They're a 6.5 point favorite now. Total opened up 224.5. and that's down as low as 221.5. Injury report for the Nets: Whitehead, game time decision. Sharp and Ben Simmons are out. For Portland, Ayton, Baji, Brogdon, Simons, all game time decision. Moses Brown, Sharp out. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. This is absolutely garbage game that I want nothing to do with. I feel like I'm wasting my time if I try to even break it down. But last 5 games, I say to bet the Nets. Nets are at a rest disadvantage, and they've looked absolutely pathetic. They've covered 2 of their last 16 games, so I will absolutely not bet the Nets. It will be plus points for me or pass, and I prefer to pass. So don't want to say anything else to point you guys in bad directions, but I'm absolutely not laying with the Nets. See if you guys like anything here before we move on over. I agree, Tasha. She says last game trash. Damani says it's the hotline game. Backwood. So everybody's in agreement here. Not really wanting to get involved. UCAP are leaning towards the Nets. Nate the Great like in Portland. Tasha says pass. So we'll move on over, and that gets us through the NBA slate for the day. So it is about that time where we if you've been around, you know what to do right now. 3 rules for the people who don't know. Best bet time, drop your best bet in the chat. Put best bet next to it. Put the line that you're getting for your best bet, and no more than 2 best bets, or else they will not count. I'm not gonna grade more than 2, and it's unfair to have more people betting all kind of bets and one person betting 1. Just bringing down or bringing up the overall record, but we want it to be kind of fair. So those 3 rules. Drop your best bets in the chat. Let me just look over a couple things, see what I want to drop as my best bet for the show. And we've been doing really good with the dirty dogs. We have been. Yesterday wasn't dirty enough, man. I felt it. I knew it wasn't dirty enough. But we're gonna get right back to it with the dirty dogs. So before I do that, let's shout out a couple people in the chat who are sharing their best bets here. Justin, going with college per usual. East Carolina +3. Golden Eagle likes the Mavs money line +145. JT likes the Cavs +4. Tasha rolling with the Hawks first half -1.5. Siete Catorce going with his usual money line parlay. Knicks and Lakers. Boofer likes the Cavs first half on the money line. VC3 quickly reminding everybody we need some more likes in here. It would help out the show. Let's see. Kenneth says best bet is Bucks Cavs under 237. Let's see. Sean Evans says Mitchell under 46.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Nate the Great likes Portland money line. Wow. And Raptors money line. So 2 big juicy dogs. Damani also reminding everybody to hit the like button. And like I said, I absolutely appreciate that. It does help out the show. Saturated dropping Rockets team total under 107.5, which I also do like. And Travis says the Bucks first half. Robert likes the Pels -7. And VC3 dropping the Raptors as his best bet. So on that note, we'll get to mine. Before I share mine, I'll just remind anybody who would like to know that you can find all of my work at wagertalk.com. The link to my profile is in the description. If you do want every bet, as soon as I bet it, you can get it right there at wagertalk.com. So, best bet for the show, like I said, we'll stick to those dirty dogs who've been getting us paid. And we're rolling with, I liked it. Kevin Johnson came in and helped us like it even more. We're rolling with the Hornets +12 here, man. Pelicans don't care about this game today. Hornets, they're going to give some effort. Players only meeting, coach having 2 days off, coach saying they're going to work on defense. I think we see it here tonight with them at a rest advantage. So Hornets +12, the dirty dog of the day. And like I always say, the show is absolutely nothing without the chat. I appreciate you guys 1000%. Hit the like button on your way out. Subscribe to the video if you would like to know when I go live. If you'd like to become a member, there is a link in the chat, in the description as well. And best of luck if you tell. Good luck on all of your action. I will catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.